we all had great runs with Eric. Now, explain to us, David, explain to our listeners exactly what your role was behind the scenes with Eric. Because, I mean, you did tons of different stuff for Eric and the company.
Well, Eric, made me vice president of production, which that's just a word. It was anything that he wanted me to do, any from why can't we go to this building? Well, we can, but here's how much it's going to cost. Well, he always had a blank check,
Right.
When we had the Olympics in Atlanta, why can't we go to Disney? Well, so I went down there with him and he said, I want to go. I want to come here. This is the place for us. Can we do it? Yeah, we can do it, and so we did it, and yes, it costs money, and no, we can't go back because of the thing we did with Dusty and the ambulance and their switchboard was overflowed with calls, and the people from Walt Disney World came, the suits as I call them, came down and talked to me. He said, "You'll never be back." I said, okay, which, right. And going out to Sturgis, it was, okay, that's what we're going to do. The production, that in a lot of ways, it was pulling that away from the people at Turner. That's why, with Joyce, we hired Joyce.
Yeah, Joyce Atkinson.
Yeah, had our own crew. That, yes, we had the Turner truck. The Turner truck, if they did not do what we wanted, then we'd rent another truck. That when it came to the uplinks, it was, I got screwed. It was my ass. What had happened was that Eric said, all right, if the live broadcast goes down, it's going to be your ass. If something goes wrong, it's going to be your ass. Not anybody else's. So I started, working it out, and I made sure that Rick Ball at that time, who was with Mobile Satellite Connections, they were our uplink company, because I knew that they weren't going to screw me on the satellite. There was no excuse there. That Mike Satrazemis with the power, the generator power, that I was responsible. If the building went down, I had power for the building. No truck would ever go down, because it did. And I said, well, it's my ass. It's not going to go down again. Because I had to, who was it? Well, Dick Cheatham there at Turner at the time. He said, why do you have so much generator power? I said, Dick, do you want the responsibility? If it goes down? I said, sure, I don't have to have it. And he said, well, no. And I said, well, that's why I have it. It's called an insurance policy.
It's called doing a live show too, right? I mean, you've got to be on the air.
That chance.
Right.
Lights, the cameras, the entrances, the vignettes, I started, there were a lot of balls being thrown up in the air. And, I wish that, I don't, and I'm going to bring this out, that there was a relationship there with Keith Mitchell. At one time, Eric came to me and said, David, you got to fire Keith Mitchell. Well, why? You have to fire him. He's causing problems there in production downstairs. I said, no, he's not. Yes, he is. Do it now. I said, God, Eric? And there were other people behind the scenes that, had been pushing Eric's. And so that totally destroyed my relationship with Keith. Keith, of course, went to HR, which I am so happy he did. And, he was there, and, he is, has a great job there at AEW.
Yeah.
So, and to this, it just, I've got a sour spot for that. and the people that were behind that.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.